Welcome to today's edition of Fun Activities in 5. I am going to be sharing a Thanksgiving version of an activity today that does exist in other versions. This is going to be a glyph activity, and there are a lot of great things about glyphs. One of my favorite things about glyphs is that they're so easy to differentiate. You can, with this particular glyph, you could change the language and level it up. There's a present tense and a conditional tense version of this activity. You could also take the activity and really, really level it down. There are slides that go with this activity, and I'll throw some in here that you can see in the video that use images to help students understand what the information is saying. So the great thing about a glyph is that you can really use it at any level with any kind of student, no matter what their language level is. So without hesitating, let's go ahead and jump in to this Thanksgiving Day glyph. That, like I said, it does exist in a couple of other versions. So what is a glyph? A glyph works in a couple of different ways. This particular glyph gives students a list of choices. They read choice one, they read choice two. When they make their selection of the choice, it gives them a color. So if they choose this first option, which says prefiero jamón, the color next to it is amarillo. To make it a little more comprehensible for students that are at a lower level, the color is the word, or it's highlighted in the color. You could take that away if you have some upper level students, or if you just don't want to give them that help because you know they can do it. So if they choose option one, they choose yellow. They're looking at number one. They're going to go to their answer sheet. This is a turkey because it's Thanksgiving. And on their turkey, they're going to find the same number as the question they just answered. So in this case, we're looking for number one over here. They're going to look at their sheet. Their sheet says color it yellow. So they're going to go to their sheet. They're going to find number one. They're going to color it yellow. They're going to continue this process throughout the whole glyph. So when I do a glyph with my students, I like to give them just this paper first because you know that once students get the hang of it, they're just going to fly through it. So I like to give them this paper first and go over one at a time. When they go through and make their selections, they're circling, they're highlighting, they're whatever it is you ask them to do to mark their answers on this paper. Then I give them their actual glyph to color. We go over again the directions that you're looking for the same number, you're coloring that same number. With some glyphs, the number may be in more than one area. Once they have finished this activity, for me, this typically takes about a class period. I'm going to have them keep those papers because we're going to do a follow-up activity on day 2. So day 2 of this activity, I'm going to collect their colored turkeys, going to hang their colored turkeys on the wall, and I'm going to give students this note catcher sheet. This note catcher sheet, it did not fit all 20, so this one only has 1 through 18. They're not going to get through all of them, so it doesn't matter. You could really just have them pick 5 numbers to do, and I promise it will fill up enough time. So they're going to take their answer sheet, they're going to walk around the room looking at those turkeys, and they're going to mark down the number of responses that they see. So say they're doing number 1, every turkey they see, they're going to look at number 1, and they're going to mark whether it is yellow or brown. I tell them just to do tally marks. And they're going to continue this process for however many turkeys you have hanging up. When I did this activity during Thanksgiving, I hung up about 40 turkeys because I hung up 2 class worth of turkeys. And I just had students pick 4 numbers on here that they wanted to do. So maybe they did 1, 5, 12, and 17. It really doesn't matter. If they finished those, I had them go back and do more. Why are they doing this? Well, number one, it's helping them to practice that interpretive skill. And I gave students directions you could work together, but you needed to do it in the target language. So they could say like, ¿Qué color es número uno? ¿Qué color es número dos? Número uno es amarillo o café. All words that they know, and we just put it together so that they could have those tools to be able to work with each other in the target language. So a little bit of interpersonal practice. They're interpreting the turkeys, they're interpreting this paper, they're putting those 2 things together. We're getting a little bit cross-curricular because now they're going to do some math. So the way they're going to do math is they're going to take these questions on the back that say like, Are there more students that eat meat or vegetarian? Are there more students that drink water or drink soda? They're going to use their information from the front to answer these questions. So I've taken what could be a really simple, really quick activity, something that is very engaging, and taken it and made it 2 days, which means that right before a holiday break, you don't have to sit there and worry about what you're going to do next. You can take this activity and you can stretch it out. So if you have done a glyph, I would love to know what you think. If you've never done a glyph, I hope that you try this one, and I look forward to hearing from you. We will see you next time.